Well, ladies and gentlemen, it says it's live, so I must be live. This is Tim Dowd for Living with MS in Tenerife, and this is Freaky Friday. Welcome, ladles and jelly spoons. I'm back in little Germany. What have I got? An alcohol-free bit. Oh no! I've just seen they brought me the wrong one again.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's the alcohol-full one. What a shame. No, I can't see what you're doing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go on to the comments there. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We've got 35 people online. Okay, let's see what we got. We got Jeff Daniels, Yvonne Chambers, me, Anne-Marie, Tracy, Jeff Daniels, Tracy, Una Mines, Anthony, ACG138, good evening everybody. And Evie Blue, Julie Wade, Maureen Fitzsimmons, Dunn Trucking, Simon Farrant, hi Simon, Julie, Paula Williams, Craig Andrews, David London, Una Mines again, Moira Craig, Paula, JJ's on. Hope your son's all right, JJ. Anne-Marie Elton. And Neil Davidson's on. Paula Williams. Derek Walker. Julie David. Neil Davidson. Hey Neil, how's it going? Mark's saying evening all. Charlie's saying hey Tim. Hi Ian. Hi guys. Ian Miller's on. Hey, good evening live. Ian, I have my ears on today, so if you want to come in the room, that's fine. I also have somebody else in the room, and it is Rick Bahia. Hey, Rick, how's it going?
Hello, how are you? It's very cold.
I can't hear you now. Why can't I hear you? Is that me? Is that my problem? Let me do this again. There we go. I can hear you now, I think. No, I can't. It's when I look at the things on here that's the problem. Let's turn this thing off.
What's
Put
that?
it down. Now I'm going to get you back. Don't panic. Don't panic, Tim. Big ears. Give me a sound check, Rick. Can you give me a sound check, Rick?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Okay, maybe you can hear him and I can't. I think you can hear him. That's why I've got my Faulty Towers t-shirt on today. Because these Bluetooth headphones, what actually happens is, I've got to plug audio in. So now I should be getting the big ears. Okay, that's right. I'm listening on my microphone. Get this in.
Okay?
Right, now I should be able to...
Try color.
Nope. Damn, and twice damn.
Like you, huh?
Give us a sound. Give us a sound check, please, Rick.
Hello, I'm still here. If you can hear me.
I still can't hear you. This is annoying. Oh, say again. Say something again, Rick.
Hello, Tim.
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay, great. There's just a delay, that's all. It's just a delay. Okay, so we got Rick on. This is Rick. There he is. I can hear him now.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, very cold.
Where are you?
Sitting in my kitchen.
I know you're in your kitchen, but whereabouts in Britain are you?
It's freezing. In Gloucestershire, near Gloucester.
Okay, yeah, cool.
And it's about 4 degrees, and I'm very jealous of where you are. Since I came back last Friday.
Yeah, it was about a week ago you left, wasn't it? Yeah. So those of you who didn't see Rick, we've seen him twice. He's called Rick Bahia, and he's a nuclear scientist. And he's what he's doing is come on today to have a bit of a chit chat and talk about Tenerife. And also I'm thinking of having him on, or we've decided we're going to have him on a regular basis, and he's going to answer any questions about science. So that can be anything from volcanoes to nuclear physics to nuclear reactors, and also you're planning something about the Canary Islands as well, volcanoes and stuff. Am I right?
And also, anything you need to know about COVID, really, any terminology? I'm doing a video on that as well at the moment.
Yep, COVID and terminology. So what's the R rate, stuff like that.
R rate, exponential growth, what's herd immunity, that sort of thing, because these are bandied around a lot in the media, but most of the media don't actually understand these terms. They just haven't got a scientific background, so this all gets rather confusing for the public.
That's true. And I got another guest physically here, but I'm going to go to him in a minute. And in the meantime, thanks, Rick. And this again is Freaky Friday.
Seem to have lost sound, Tim. I can't actually hear you.
You know what?
Oh, there you are.
You know what? It's totally my fault.
You're back.
Everything that we just said, Cliff, was muted.
Yeah.
Everything.
I think Cliff was muted. Yeah, he definitely was.
I think everybody was muted.
Yeah.
I got my Monty Python t-shirt on. Should we start again?
3, 2,
I think
1,
it's the
go.
beer, Tim, to be honest.
I haven't had enough, that's what it is.
You needed to stop drinking.
I think I need...
It's that strong German wheat beer
relax.
that you're drinking.
Alcohol free. It's, how much have you got? 5%. But I've only had 2 sips. I don't have anything at home. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what I did is when I said this is Freaky Friday, I muted us because I'd forgotten Cliff's name, and I asked him quick, "What's your name?"
Yeah.
And he says, "It's Cliff." I said, "Oh, that's right." And then when I came back, I didn't unmute myself.
Didn't unmute.
So there we go. So let's go 3s up. So Rick's in Gloucester. You're from Kent.
Yep.
Near where the tunnels, the new bit of the tunnel's coming up.
Yep.
And we were talking about the Frenchies cycling in with the onions around them.
Yep.
So that was all the stuff we were talking
Yeah.
about. And it was just a bit of chit chat. So what we're going to do on Freaky Friday today is I've got 2 old videos to show you. They're about 3 to 4 minutes each.
Right.
Then we're going to interview Cliff, and we're going to interview. We're actually going to interview Rick, because you all know Rick if you went and saw the previous ones. Let me just give you a taster of that. So, ladies and jelly spoons, it's Tim Down for Living with MS in Tenerife. I'm here together with Rick, who's been on the island now for a couple of weeks, I think.
5 weeks.
5 weeks. He's been doing some cycling, sightseeing, he's done some drone footage and took some photos and stuff. We met once for a drink last week, was it last Thursday?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Definitely. The 5 weeks have gone very quickly.
And he's going home tomorrow, so we've just been down to La Salud and had a try of the Ruta de Tapas down there, and then we walked up the hill, and I said, that's it, I'm not going any further. So we're stopping now at the Restaurant Hotel, whatever it's called, and we'll show you that in a minute. And I'm going to interview you. Here we go.
Very good.
So why So that was the interview with Rick last week. If you haven't seen that, go back to last Friday, I think it was, or the Friday before, and one of those things, and that was the interview with Rick. And now we are back in Little Germany, having so much fun. It is unbelievable with our alcohol-free, alcohol-full drinks. And okay, I did unmute myself this time. I'm pretty good with that. Okay, ladles and jelly spoons. So first of all, what I'm going to do is play you a 3-minute clip from Las Americas Christmas, I think it was 2018. So enjoy this one, and we'll be right back. Well, here we are in Las Americas on the Golden Mile Safari Centre. And in front of us is the Hard Rock Cafe and Magic Lounge. And behind us is where the fountains go off in the night. The fountains. Christina's with us. Say hi, Chris. And it's a great place to take a wheelchair. It's very flat. And in fact, there are about 6 disabled parking spots. We're over there, next to the hotel. And right on the main strip, it's pretty good. You don't always get a spot, but when you do, it's great. And we can go most places, can't we, kid?
Yeah.
We've just taken a photograph of Santa, and we're going to put that on our Christmas card to send by email. Decided to take a side road, so we didn't go up the street. We're coming now straight out to the coast over here. Here's Christina. And I've actually put the controller now at the top, so the controller I can reuse, and it gives Christina a lot more flexibility with looking round. It's basically about 2 kilometers in from the main walk, which goes nearly 10 kilometers over to La Caleta. Christina and I are not drinking because we're driving. She drives all the time.
Drive, yeah.
She drives me to drink sometimes. This is Tim and Christina Dowd for Living with MS in Tenerife, signing off. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
To drink up something off the floor with no brakes on.
Well, that on the end there was Christina. She tried to pick something up and didn't put the brakes on a wheelchair, and it tipped over on the floor. So I thought we'll film that. So we filmed it, and she gave a pro tip, number 1. I think that's the last pro tip she gave as well. So I hope I'm not muted now. I can see the bars going, so it's all right. The thing is, what actually happens is when I have the thing muted, it's not muted on my microphone. So my microphone's going blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But underneath, it's muted on the other side. So, oh yeah. Who's that? Who is it? Who's that? You're live on YouTube. Yeah. Do you want to say hello?
Hello.
Do you follow?
They mentioned you the other day.
Did they?
Yeah,
Who are you?
that's what they said. Who are you? They've been following you.
Been following us.
Yeah.
So tell everybody who you are and where you're from.
I'm Jeffrey McCain from Sutton Coldfield.
It's Jeffrey McCain from Sutton Coldfield, and we're here with Cliff, and online we've got Rick, and we've just shown a little film, and we're just going to have a bit of a chit chat.
Right, but a friend of mine follows you.
Oh, eh? What's she called? Or is it a
Sally.
guy? Sorry?
Sally.
Sally. I don't remember a Sally in the comments,
No.
but does she just watches, does she, in the background?
Yeah.
Okay. But you're live on YouTube now with 100 and I don't know how many people are watching.
I'm actually famous.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm famous. Yay! Well, enjoy yourself. I'm going to carry on with the people and interview these lads. You two, how long are you in town for?
Tomorrow.
Are you leaving tomorrow? Well, if I don't see you, have a great trip back. You're very welcome. Well, there you go, from Sutton Coldfield.
Nice golf course there.
There's a nice golf course there.
Belfry, the Belfry.
The Belfry. Well, there we go. We're all back. Rick, are you back online?
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool, dude. So that was the film. I didn't even watch the film. What was it about? It was Las Americas. That's right. With Christmas. That was a couple of years ago. That I think they do that most years.
Yeah,
So I've not been down here
yeah.
lately. Okay, so what I need is Cliff Jones. I need to put a Cliff Jones up. So what we're going to do, we're going to select this one, and I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to. No, that's Rick. Now I'm going to select it again. Bear with me, ladles and jelly spoons. This is going to be fun, I promise you. And we're going to change Rick Bahia to Cliff Jones. And once I've written it, I won't forget it again. Cliff Jones. And what do I put as your subtitle? What do you do, or what do you want to be known as?
Retired.
Retired. Do you want to say retired policeman or retired engine driver?
Project manager.
A retired project manager. So can I put project manager, PM retired? There you go.
Yep.
PM. And then they don't know whether it's prime minister or project manager.
Lovely.
Yeah. Retired. There you go. We'll put retired in little brackets as well. Like that. Done. And then we'll select it again and do it like this. This is going to be fun. And now we've got Rick. Oh, that's all in the wrong place now. Cliff and Tim. Don't worry about it. We'll sort this out. We'll sort this out. But those are the three names anyway. I got to calm down. Well, I'll tell you what it is, Rick. I think I haven't had enough beer.
Get something stronger, Tim. 5% is nothing.
Oh, show them yours. Show them yours.
That's weaker than that's weaker than Drada Black.
Nice drop of brandy.
Nice drop of brandy. There you go.
That's more like it.
That is more like it. So, Cliff, we were talking to you about the where you're from and stuff.
Yeah.
But you said you've been coming here for ages, right?
Yeah. 27 years.
27 years. And you all stay at the same place?
Pearly Grey, yeah.
Are you an owner there, or do you?
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks there in May.
You got 2 weeks there in May, and you can swap it for any time, can you?
We don't bother.
Okay.
Well, but my wife died a couple of years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And she wouldn't go anywhere else.
Okay.
So I've just carried on. I still love it here. It's
Well, I'm
just-
sure you know the people there, and I'm sure you've made friends with people in town
the
anyway.
Governor, James Beckley, and
Yeah.
loads of friends we've had there over the years. Unfortunately, some of them have gone now, but we still come. I'm catching up on the 2 years I missed.
Right, because you do due to COVID, you mean?
Because of COVID, we couldn't come for 2 years, and James, or the company there, has said, if we've got weeks, you can use them up.
Okay.
So I've got 2 weeks now, and I've got 2 weeks in January,
Well, that's perfect.
and then I come out in May for my normal holiday.
Right. So okay. So basically, you're using up now the weeks that you missed in the last 2
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
That's so nice of them to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, they're very good. They're very good there. It's very well. Have you ever been in there?
Yeah, I actually used to work there. I was the resident magician on a Monday night, I think it was.
All right.
And I think it was just during the Christmas period, and then they had me for Halloween once.
All right. Yeah.
But I do go in there, and I've done a couple of lives from there as well.
Have you?
But the this Wi-Fi doesn't really get a lot of signal while I'm down on
No.
the edge. And of course, we've done one up in the restaurant in the
Yeah.
Quo,
Yeah.
but that got pretty loud in the end with all the music
Yeah.
going on, so I stopped that one.
Wi-Fi is pretty good in
But
the
it's
rooms now.
but I've not been in the rooms since they've refurbished.
Oh, you ought to come down and have a look.
Is that would you allow me to come and film it?
If they will, yeah.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
a problem.
Okay, well think about it because
Yeah, I'm here for another week.
oh, you're in for another week. Okay.
I'm not in my own apartment because you go where they
Okay,
had somewhere
yeah,
free.
right, of course, yeah.
But I'm still in a very nice apartment.
Very nice. And they give you is it like, are there different levels of apartments there?
Yeah, I've got one of the best ones.
Okay.
It's down the front. I mean, literally, I look over the balcony and there's a sea.
So you're underneath the edge.
Yeah.
So those people who know when I did the live from the edge with that
Yeah.
guy playing guitar,
Yeah.
and we're looking over into
Yeah.
the sea.
Yeah.
His apartment's underneath that.
Yeah, that's
oh,
it.
they're
where I
really
am.
nice.
Yeah.
And are there still some open? Is there still weeks free that people can buy?
I presume so. I mean, obviously, I'm not interested. I've got my 2 weeks. I'm too old to worry about spending money now on them.
For Zachary, Accrington Stanley, as I say.
But the 2 weeks I've got, it's wonderful.
And in Callao, do you do a lot around anywhere else, or do you stay in town for a while?
We usually we've got a car. I've always met friends out here,
Yeah.
and Joan and Martin, who I'm friends on with today.
Okay.
We get a car and we drive about Callao to Caleta. They've just stayed 4 weeks in El Medino actually
Oh,
before
very
they
nice.
came here. We just drive around a bit, but I'm not a sightseer.
No.
I'm just comfortable in my own skin, and there's enough restaurants here to eat every night.
Exactly. And if you, after the first brandy, you got to park the car anyway.
Yep.
Exactly. So that's pretty cool. So Cliff, thanks for we're going to come back to you in a minute, but
Yeah,
I'm going to
no
go
problem.
to Rick now because Rick's been patiently waiting there in the
No
wings.
problem.
Here we go, Rick. How the devil are you, sir?
Still here.
Let's do this. There you go. You got to move slightly to your right, and then we're done. So, Rick, we've met 3 times now, I think. No, twice, and then online today. And your channels, you've got 2 different channels. One is just starting up with the filming of Tenerife and stuff like that. But you've had one now with mathematics for quite a while. With I think there's 8 or 9 videos already up there. Is that right?
Yeah, I started the maths and science one actually only a few months ago, because I should have started it really about a year ago. People started watching a lot of YouTube videos during the first lockdown.
Right.
That's why your channel's become popular. A lot of the others in Tenerife. I mean, people I think initially started watching, but I started watching the travel videos because I wanted to know what Tenerife was like during lockdown. Everybody was getting withdrawal symptoms. Being cooped up here for 18 months. So, and then it took off from there. I mean, in fact, a lot of the other channels became very popular, including, maths and science ones as well. And I only just started that about maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I was teaching school kids because I'm retired now, you see. So I was
Okay.
before that, so I was occupied with that. But then the exams were cancelled, and then I had more time on my hands. So I started that one up. I'm actually doing a few videos now that'll be interesting to people. As I said, there's one on the formation of the Canary Islands, and also I'm doing a couple on terminology for COVID, in terms
Okay.
of what's exponential growth and all the rest of it, and things like that. I've got a small channel, a travel one, but they're just historic videos that I put up of Tenerife. But on this last trip, I managed to capture a lot more footage, through drone and gimbal.
Yeah, we showed a couple of those in the little clip we just did.
Yeah, but obviously there's a mountain of video editing to do, and I haven't got around to it yet. Well, I hope to do it in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah,
so I've got La Gomera in that as well.
Oh, you do? You were telling me La Gomera is a very beautiful place. I've never been.
Oh, yeah.
Because Christina can't see, we don't travel anymore, so we're not going to go. But I think it's always nice to go and see some of the other islands if you got the chance.
Yeah.
I just want to butt in here and just say hi to Tree Surgeon. Hi, Bob. Thank you so much for your donation last time. And I wasn't sure whether I caught it or not. So thank you for that. And Alan, of course, again as well. So we really do appreciate all the people that help. And all the people that help anonymously going to timothydow.com and pressing the sponsor button. That's also much appreciated. We thank you so much. I've just had to pay for the next 2 years of the domain timothydow.com and the website as well. So that comes straight out of the donations that you give us in the PayPal account, and that covered it completely. So thank you so much for all that. If you haven't checked out the website timothydow.com, go there because I've changed the front page to reflect the Christmas time. There's a nice little Christmas message for you there, and it also shows you how you can join in like Rick is doing right now, and where we can meet up on Mondays. And please keep an eye on that because the Meetup Monday venue may change soon. I don't want to say too much, but it could change soon. Okay, Rick, so thanks, back to us. So what's the what's your plan for the channel? Are you going to be showing some of the videos here by me, or do we just want to link straight to your channel that people go and check there?
Well, we'll probably link, but if anybody's got questions, that they're sort of, they get confused about, so anything scientific or mathematical or anything really, anything in the news, we can have a chat about it, those sort of things.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of confusion around in the media because people, as you know, with social media, there's so much fake news, so much sort of conspiracy theories, so around vaccines, you name it. And people end up believing that sort of stuff when it's actually not real science.
I've been invited to a rave in London. I've been invited to an illegal rave in London, but they said bring cheese and wine because we can call it a business meeting. People walking past. Hello, I've got my ear cancelling. So I've got my noise cancelling stuff on, so it's probably really loud around me, and I can just hear you, Rick.
No, that's not too bad.
So is there anything you want to share with us today? Any sort of scientific nuggets, or what you might not have seen?
It depends on when the viewer's in the mood for anything, but
I can only see the last 5 comments. So if you've got a phone there, have you been checking the comments at all?
Let me have a quick look, just in case.
Okay. It's mostly people saying hi. Good to see Tim and chat to you all. Mr. Virtual Stuart Adams. Hi, Stuart. Thank you for supporting us. And Bob was saying, our pleasure. You're very welcome. Thank you, Bob. And Ian the Doorman's on. Just asking on Tim's behalf. I've missed a load of these. If there's anything that you want to say to me, I'm watching the comments right now. Well, which is meaning in 30 seconds they'll pop up here. So just put it in again. Ian's going, it looks like, or Paz Dufa is going to be there tomorrow. Cool dude. Are you going to come on Monday? That'd be cool.
All right.
We got the guy next door serving in the thing, so it's quite loud here. But as long as you're not too bothered, we're going. Now, Tim, don't get political. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, I shouldn't get political. It was just so funny when I read it. There was so many memes came straight out on Twitter. That was an explosion. That it must be a great party when you don't remember whether you were there or not.
Been to a few of them.
It was. Yeah. I'm not being political. I mean, it could have been anybody. It just so happened to be a certain PM and his cronies. So thanks for the answer.
Perhaps you can
Go ahead.
Tim, perhaps you can
Yes,
update us on the situation in Tenerife at the moment, COVID-wise.
Well, COVID-wise,
Is it accelerating?
There was a film. There was a live yesterday, and actually in Tenerife we're on the downward slope, but they're still looking to bring in the vaccine certificate to enter premises. So that was supposed to come in today, but I don't think it has. But I will check. Actually, I didn't check today whether it had come in or not. Webby, my mate, sent me some details, but I didn't read it before I came out. But I was looking at the entrance. So the entrance to Tenerife is exactly the same as before. All Brits have to have a vaccine certificate. The thing that's below it, in the what do you call it? It says that if you are coming in, you could have a PCR test instead of a vaccination certificate. And that was the second item. So I thought that was superseding the first item. But they made it clear now. They said, no, everybody can come with a vaccine certificate or a PCR except for the UK. And it's not that the UK is being singled out here. What it is, it's all third countries are not allowed in at all, except for those that we're allowing in. And there's a list of those that we're allowing in. And the UK isn't on it because their incidence rate is too high. But they said we will make an exception for the UK to come in as long as you're vaccinated. And the people who come from high-risk countries like the South African and surrounding areas, they actually need a PCR test as well, which the Brits don't need. So basically, all third countries are banned from coming to the Schengen area, apart from those on the clear list, which Britain isn't because of their R rate. And but they are allowed in as long as they're vaccinated. So actually, it's a good thing for Britain that they're not on the rest of the third country list that are banned altogether. So that's cool. I thought it was. A lot of people think it's the other way around, that only the Brits need the vaccination and can't have the PCR test. But that's actually the other way around. You're either banned or vaccinated. So, and they can't take advantage of the one where you're allowed to come in if you've already had COVID. It has to be a vaccination. It can't be a COVID recovery certificate. I want to know why you can be sorry for a party taking place and then ask for an investigation to ask if it actually happened. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. The comments come in 30 seconds too late, so. Where's Rick at the moment? Seems to be a different time zone. Oh, yeah? What time zone are you in? Or it could be a battery and a clock, could it?
I thought that might act for some confusion. We've got a clock behind me that's actually stuck on whatever it is.
Actually, it's more accurate than a running clock. Did you know that?
It's always correct twice, so.
Exactly. A running clock always gains or loses time. Unless it's an atomic clock, it's going to gain or lose time over time, right? But a stopped clock is right twice a day. So mathematically, a stopped clock is more correct than an analog clock that's running.
Just going back to what you said earlier about the vaccination. I mean, it's quite possible that that in the new year, that once boosters are quite prevalent in Europe, that they may demand a third shot before coming into these countries, which is sensible against the new variant. So, I don't think it's going to come in right now, but possibly in January, February, it could change.
Oh yeah, got a smoker behind me. What I don't understand is how you were showing me a slide before about the exponential growth of vaccine of infection, right? And we'll go into that another time. But why do we have these sort of like bell curves where we get more infected and then not infected? Does that mean that the measures that they bring in are working, and then everybody goes, oh, we're going up, I've got to wear my mask, or oh, I won't go to the shops today, or something's going to happen, and then all of a sudden everybody gets really clever and stops doing stuff, and then it goes down, and then they go, yoo-hoo, it's low, let's go and party. So is that the way it works? So that's what it looks like to me.
Well, yeah, I mean, once cases start to go up, then either through people's behaviour, they basically start mixing less or start to wear masks or there's government intervention, rules get into place, or you get periods where, for example, kids go back. For example, here in the UK, the rates went up in October because kids went back to school in September, started mixing, and the rates went high. But then they fell back down again, because once that wave goes through of, say, infected kids, they have it, they suddenly become immune to it, and so they're not actually carriers anymore, and therefore it tends to go down, and that's tends to what's happened. We've tended to be in a stable place since about July in the UK. It's been sort of at a high level, around 40,000 cases a day on average, but it's been
40,000
around
a
about
day?
that figure, give or take 5,000.
And what's
per
the
day,
population of Britain?
65.
85? About 70 million,
65,
68
75.
million.
75?
About 75, yeah.
So we've got an
Yeah.
incidence rate of 100.
I
The
mean, it's
incidence
about-
rate. The incidence rate's based on per 100,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or are you talking total?
Well, the incident rates are usually based on a 7-day case basis, rather than
Yeah,
a
7 day
daily one.
total or
When
7
you see
day
these figures quoted
in
around,
100,000?
yeah, I think it's about 400 or 500 at the moment in the UK, but it's been steady. That's the thing. It's been at a high, steady rate. Problem is, it causes issues having a high rate. That then you get restrictions that you don't, like going to the doctors, for example, or going to the dentist, or going some places where they actually take it seriously. That they, you have to wear masks, etc. Then you get restrictions in those sort of areas. You can't do certain things, and that's what a high rate actually causes. Even though the hospitalisation rates might be lower, or death rates might be low because of the vaccines, there's still that sort of inconvenience to people's activities because you've got a high background and in other activities.
So when does...
Now, I know they don't take it particularly seriously in pubs or anything, but
I think that, it goes down after a while as well, doesn't it? I mean, after like the third beer, you go, let's snog everybody.
well, yeah, this is the problem. So
Cliff's looking worried over there.
pubs are probably the worst place for it. Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. This is Cliff's face.
I think he needs a beer.
I think no, he's actually on. He's still got a brandy, but we might get another one in a
Of
minute.
course,
I
he's
don't know.
drinking brandy.
I'm going to go out tonight.
Huh?
Going to go out drinking tonight.
You're going out drinking tonight? You got to warm foregluen, they call it in Germany. Warm up beforehand.
So that was the
Angry
first
Vella
issue.
says, I had my staff Christmas party due today, but since Nicola made their announcement today, it was all rushed to cancel, so no night out despite the triple vaccination. And Stuart saying, we all feel guilty about not having the 10th booster in December 2025. Well, funnily enough, I have a booster every year for flu, right? So the booster's nothing new to me. And so when will COVID eventually become like the flu?
Straight away.
Well, no, it won't come straight away. It'll take a number of years yet.
Do you know what the
It has to
difference
stay.
is?
The difference between what? Flu and COVID.
No, I don't mean the difference between flu and COVID, but the difference that we react. I mean, there are millions of deaths every year for the influenza virus, right? Or throughout the world. And we have a seasonal influenza influx and people die, right? And people catch it by going and shaking hands and kissing and cuddling and being in a room with people who've got the influenza virus. So I know that COVID was new and COVID was transmitted from animal to human, so that's dangerous. And also they don't know where it came from. Was it a laboratory? Was it a market? So I think that eventually they've got to come out and tell us what the difference is between dying from COVID and dying from flu, right?
Well, first of all, Tim, I mean, pretty much every disease that humans have had come from animals. They're called zoonotic diseases. Because there are many species. There's only one species of human, but there are tens of thousands of species of animals, and they harbour basically different viruses, and these mutate and jump the species barrier and end up infecting humans eventually. Virtually every disease you can think of. you know, like
Okay.
avian flu, or everything you've had, bubonic plague, etc., have come from animals. And so that's one thing. But the other thing is, big difference between COVID and flu. One, COVID is much more contagious. Flu isn't. You might think flu is contagious, but it's actually not that contagious compared to COVID. And flu tends to, well, it's just staying as a respiratory disease. You tend to just get secondary infections in your lungs, and you end up getting pneumonia. That's where it's serious, and then people can die from the pneumonia. But COVID is a much more pervasive disease. It seems to affect it can cause blood clots and basically affect every part of all the organs and cause body shutdowns. And a lot of younger people have died from COVID, as we know. And young people don't tend to die from flu. You know, it tends to be in the older population. I mean, for example, the Spanish flu, so-called Spanish flu, 1980, that was a little bit different. That actually killed quite a few younger people. It was a different kind of strain. But normal seasonal flu mostly affects older people. But COVID, although it affects more older people, it still affects young people at quite a significant rate. As you've seen, people in their 30s and 40s have died, in substantial numbers. So it'll take many, many years for it to become endemic, where it sort of comes to a form where it becomes milder. It mutates to a milder form. That's generally what happens.
What endemic means?
That's what endemic means. It's still prevalent in the background within the community, but at a low level. That's what endemic basically means.
And do you think that when more people are vaccinated, then it will become endemic quicker, or is that a thing?
Well, the thing is, what you're doing is at the moment, because more and more people are infected, there are a lot of countries where people are not being vaccinated, so people will stay ill. A lot more people will be ill. Therefore, it's got more chances to basically mutate, and that's why you've got this Omicron variant, because it's had a chance probably in a patient that was probably ill for months with it, didn't recover, and therefore it's constantly reproducing, and each reproduction of a virus has, the DNA has defects in it. That's essentially what mutation is. The code is a defect, there's a mistake in it, and so you get a variation, and then the next. So once you have millions and millions of reproduction phases, you'll end up with DNA defects, and these are obviously mutations. But after a while, generally, viruses become milder, generally. But we'll see.
Is that because the human body sort of makes them less dangerous, or do they stay the same and the human body changes and we get more?
Well, generally, I mean, I suppose if you think about it, if a virus sort of ends up killing everybody, it hasn't got much chance to survive. But if it's milder, he just wants to reproduce. So it's a sort of it's a balance between what the severity of the symptoms are and how transmissible it is. It wants to, when something's more transmissible, is generally less severe. So we'll see what happens with COVID. COVID's quite different. It's quite different from flu, but it doesn't. That you still end up, even if you've been infected, you get infected again. And the vaccines don't actually stop transmission that well, unlike a lot of other diseases like, for example, measles and polio, mumps, rubella, those sort of things that are, well under control, because the vaccines actually stop transmission, and therefore the disease just dies away effectively. It's still there in the background. Some people will have it. You never get rid of it. In fact, smallpox is the only disease that we ever got eradicated from the world through vaccines.
Wow. I'm sure it's in a Russian or an American or a British or an Asian bank somewhere. So just in case they want to release it later on, I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll have to just see what happens. See the winter out. I'm sure things will be better in the spring.
I just noticed we got the music on now, and the next door it's gone a little bit louder there. I was on me beautiful noise cancelling headphones there for a second. So we're up to 44 minutes. Rick, it's very interesting what you're saying tonight, and we are going to do this regularly, right?
Yeah, we can have a chat, banter about anything.
So on a Friday, do you think you're going to be coming on a Friday? Or I'm just trying to let the people know when you're going to be here, just in case they want to tune in just for you or something like that. So do you want to make Friday a regular thing?
Friday's mostly regular. Wouldn't be every Friday.
Okay. So what we'll do, we'll put you on right in the beginning, yeah? So we'll come on, it's Freaky Friday, Rick comes on and gives us a little bit of serious talk, and then we go and have a third beer.
Have fun.
I'll have a beer with you next time, Tim.
Exactly. You're coming in.
I'm just
when
saving
you
myself.
again?
I'm just saving myself for Christmas.
When you come in February?
No, I'm going to Lanzarote
Oh, that's right, you're going to
in
Lanzarote.
January. So I'm going there for a few weeks. I've never been there before, so.
Yeah, if you
give
get
it a
fed up with
try.
that, just jump on a plane. It's only €30 to come over to Tenerife for the day.
No, I'm coming over to Tenerife as well. I mean, after that, I'll be at the end of January. I'm going to stay in Puerto on a cruise first, and then probably go to La Gomera again. And
If
then
you're going to Puerto on a cruise this
for a
week, bring your English clothes.
That's the problem there, isn't it?
It says
you
winter.
could say it's quite inconsistent there, isn't it? In the winter.
No, but it's nice. It's sort of green and wet, and it's sort of like British spring and autumn weather, basically.
Still
doesn't
better than here, Tim.
That's true, but in the south here, in the desert, I mean, it's really nice tonight actually. Up until yesterday, it was cool in the evening when the sun went down, but I don't need a jacket tonight, which is quite nice. Okay, Rick, I'm going to let you go because I'm going to talk to Cliff for a bit, and then we're going to finish because I got to get home as well.
I've got a table at 8 o'clock booked.
He's got a table at 8 o'clock booked, and I've got to cook. I'm doing the beef that I did on Wednesday. I'm going to cut it into little strips and flash fry it with teriyaki sauce. I'm doing beef teriyaki with peppers, onions, and rice. Right, Rick. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next Friday at 5:55. Or
okay, great.
Is that okay? See you, my friend.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, that was Rick. He's going to jump out of the room now, or he's going to stay and listen to the rest. We don't know, but I'm going to come back. So, Cliff, you've been waiting patiently, Cliff. How the devil are you,
No problem. No, fine. I'll have to watch this tomorrow to see what was going on, you see.
Exactly. Well, that's it. That is a little ploy from me, you see. It's just the ploy to make you watch it, to find out. We were talking about you all the time, obviously. So, I'm going to relax now. I'm going to have a quick drink. Do you need anything else?
No, fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, no, I'm...
So what are your plans for the next week or the weekend? Let's say, what are your plans for the weekend?
Don't really make plans. I'm meeting we're here with friends. We've got some more friends coming tonight that we normally meet in May. And we just play it daily by daily.
Okay.
Do what we want to do, find what restaurant we want to go to.
So you usually hang out by the pool, have a couple of drinks?
Read a book on the balcony.
Okay, cool.
Have a beer dinner times, walk around the estate and have a look. I can't do a lot of walking now, I have breathing problems. So.
Okay. You need to get one of them electric scooters.
I've got one to play golf in, but I haven't got one to go.
Okay.
Not for around here. I need it coming up from that pearly grey at the bottom. That's a bit of a hill.
Yeah, basically down in this area, everywhere's uphill, isn't it, from here?
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere's uphill. But, I mean, we live on a volcano, so it's everything's going up to the volcano, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so, why did you pick Tenerife in the first place? I mean, what made you come to Pearly Grey?
We came out, me and the wife, just for a week's holiday. We got it on teletext.
Teletext.
Yeah, do you
for
remember
those
that?
kiddie winkies watching that don't know what teletext is, it's wait for the page, wait for the page. Oh, missed
That's
it.
it. Yeah, and we got caught by the timeshare touts.
Okay.
Spent about 3 hours in
It wasn't
their...
a Scottish guy, was it? Called Will?
Oh no, it was about 3 hours in their company. Eventually said no, we're not interested. And we'd run a free holiday. So we took them up on that, and we came to Pearly Grey, and we bought. And that was it.
Was it a hard sell?
Not pearly grey.
No?
It was at the other place
Was it?
in Fanna Bay. We stayed at Los Olivias,
Okay.
Fanna Bay, and really hard sell. They really. I mean, they got nasty, to be honest. And but this wasn't a sell down here at all. It was very pleasant. A chap called Pepe used to run it.
Uh-huh.
And then Beckpole took it over, James Beckley.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've enjoyed coming here. Wouldn't go anywhere else, really.
So it's nice as a base, though, isn't it? Because I think the village has got everything you need,
Yep.
and you can just get on a bus anytime you like,
Yep.
in
we used to use the
either
buses
direction.
A lot. Yeah. I mean, I've always been a holiday man that doesn't want to do anything on holiday.
Yeah.
Busy life,
Yeah.
do nothing. I'm not a sightseer. Just enjoy what I enjoy.
So what type of projects were you involved in, or don't you want to talk about your work life anymore?
The second half of my was all to do with computer infrastructure.
Okay.
Did 18 months in Germany in the army camps,
Okay.
putting computer systems in, computer rooms. I was an electrician by trade, so it's the same thing. It's just a different type of wire. Built computer rooms, worked at the Millennium Dome, did that. Big job there. Worked in a lot of places. Very
So
interesting.
whereabouts in Germany were you?
Bielefeld.
I can take this off now.
Bielefeld.
Oh, Bielefeld.
Yeah.
Actually, my uncle
Rheindalen.
used to. Yeah, my uncle was stationed in Bielefeld.
Yeah.
I went a few times. Yeah.
What was the airport? The air base.
The Air Force Base,
Paderborn.
Paderborn,
I was
yeah.
at, and Rhein.
Korbecker,
Gütersloh.
Gütersloh, yeah.
Yeah. Hona.
Yeah, all the British ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, did all that.
I lived in Bavaria, which is all the American area.
Right.
So it was, that was quite interesting as well. But no, did you like Germany at all?
Oh, I love the food out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Loved it.
My face looks much slimmer when I've got no earphones on.
Yeah, it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked everything about Germany, except the cold in the winter. That did get a bit cold.
That's why Christina decided to come here. She said the difference between 35 degrees
Yeah.
and minus 20.
Yeah.
You know, that was the biggest problem.
Absolutely.
At least here it's like 21 to 26.
Yeah. That was the only downside
See
of
you,
Germany.
sir.
But the rest of it was great. Loved it.
So you've been coming here a long time. You wouldn't change it for the world.
No.
What is one of your favourite memories of Tenerife?
Favourite memories of Tenerife?
Yeah.
Not had many. I went up TD once. Just been up there.
Not the experience. It could be something simple like a cup of tea in a tea room or a tap hour in a bar or something like that.
We found in El Medino.
Yeah.
We found a tapas bar there that we went back several times to,
Okay.
and we probably will this time.
Do you remember the name?
No, it was just. Do
You know where
El
it is,
Medino?
though.
Do you know El Medino?
I only know the front a little bit, where
That's
the
it,
old,
so at the front, and you
Yeah.
know the square there,
where just where that
just
disused,
past the hotel.
like a hotel that was derelict, yeah.
There's a hotel that goes out into the sea,
Yeah.
and just past that is a square, and it's just off that square. I don't know. Other than that, no, it's.
He's not giving it away because it's so good. You see, that's what it is.
No, I'd love
That's the
to.
secret.
No, I like the food and I like the people, and
Yeah.
just like the
And
area.
you drive down to El Medino?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we drive down there.
Because getting a bus, and it'd take about an hour and a half with it.
Oh, absolutely.
From here.
Absolutely.
Because you'd have to get one to the Estación de Guagua and
Yeah.
then up to a Medino then. So it'll probably take you about an hour and a half from here.
Yeah. And we always had the car, just to get about a bit. If you work it out, when there's four of us, it's cheaper to hire a car than it is to do the airport runs and the supermarket run.
That's true. That's true.
So, well worth it.
Well, as long as one of you wants to drive, then that's fine.
Yeah, Martin does most of the driving. I don't mind driving, but he's quite happy driving, so I take over. Whatever. If we go to anywhere to eat, one of us won't drink, you know.
Uh-huh.
Simple as that.
She's not sitting watching. Yeah, well,
Not so busy tonight. We packed solid the night we came to.
No, they're coming at 7:30.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Did it always...
We're just early tonight. I think it's because they've run out of beer.
Did it always do a lot of food here?
Yeah, I mean, basically, this used to be a Scottish bar, and then it was taken over by Axel and Kirsten.
Yeah.
Kirsten? It was taken over by Axel and Kirsten, and they did it as Little Germany. So they started with like schnitzel and steaks and things called Spätzle, which is like it's Christina's favourite. It's like the German pasta.
Yeah.
And where you make like a pasta dough, but instead of rolling it or putting it in squares, you grate it into the salty
Is
water.
that what they do here on
Muchas gracias, señora.
one of the meals? They have this little pasta. No, I'm off in a minute, thank you. They have this little pasta on the side. We had it the other night.
Here? Yeah, that's it.
I didn't like it very much.
Spätzle.
I must admit.
No.
No flavour. I think pasta has to have a sauce.
Well, when you have the Spätzle, there is typically a sauce with the meal. But there wasn't this time?
I had sauce on the meat, but there was no...
Okay, well they
wasn't enough
expect
for the meal,
it's like having mashed potatoes on the
yeah,
side, yeah?
yeah,
They
yeah.
expect you to sort of mix it in.
Right.
So you probably had the beef roll then, did you?
Had the...
Oh no, the fillets, the pork fillet, right? The pork fillet. You know, you've got to mix it in with the sauce.
Yeah.
But you can actually buy it as a main meal with onion, gravy, and cheese, and that's Christina's favourite. It's Käsespätzle, it's called.
You said when I first started watching you about a year or so ago, you said you used to come here for liver sometimes. They did liver.
When he can get liver, he goes to Macro, I think, and gets a nice piece of liver. Then he'll do a special, but he doesn't do it all the time.
No, because that's what I was looking for on the menu, see if it was
but
there.
You know, I'm talking to you guys at home now. If you come to Little Germany and you fancy something special, I don't care what it is. If you want a leg of lamb, or you want a shoulder, or you want a tomahawk steak, or liver, get in touch with Axel. Just go to Little Germany online and get in touch with Axel, and he will buy it for you. I mean, if you pre-book, he'll cook you anything, and he'll do even slow roast pork with crackling. It's up to you. All you got to do is say how many of the people that want it, and it's no use doing like a big joint of pork if it's only you want it. But you know, the little baby lamb shanks and stuff like that, he'll do that. You just ask him. And if you want a fish dish, he's good at fish, because he can cook anything in the back there as long as you let us know. I mean, obviously, if he's just doing it to menu, then he's got to do what he does. And it's mostly stuff on the grill and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a full sort of like restaurant-y type thing. So you've got to be able to do it on a grill and stuff. But he does have an oven, so he can do slow roast stuff.
He's a big lad, the chef, isn't he?
Yeah.
He came and had a chat to us afterwards.
That's right. Yeah, he always comes out.
Great big lad.
He comes out on his way to go vaping over by the bins.
Oh,
over
right.
there. Okay. Lillian's saying, hi Tim, we're in Tenerife now, down in a decking near the bus station. We went down to El Medano yesterday. It was very windy, but very nice.
It was very windy.
It is a windy.
Yes.
It is a windy thing there. There's loads of people have been commenting. I do apologise that I can't chit chat and comment at the same time. Oh, maybe Shelley might be on. Oh, there we are, Rick and Shelley. Even though it looks like it got warmer than it does here in the Gulf, it's blowing a hoolie up here because he's on the Gulf, Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, is there the night owl tonight? I'm going to leave the room here and get rid of Rick. There you go. And then I'm going to go back in. Actually, no, it's an hour now. We've been on an hour.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to finish it off.
I've got to go and shower and get out for a meal.
Exactement. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tim Dowd and Cliff Jones.
Hi.
For Living with MS. In fact, we can do it now, can't we? Cliff Jones, there we go. And Tim Dowd. Oh, it was over your face. What a shame. Don't worry about it. For Living with MS in Tenerife. Cliff, thank you so much for coming. I know you came very
Thanks for
quickly
having
on
me.
Monday and
Yeah.
said we'll see you on Friday.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming and saying hello. And I might see
Pleasure.
you within the week anyway, yeah?
Well, I've got another week. I'll
Okay.
come in January for 2 weeks
Okay.
and May for 2 weeks.
Send me a WhatsApp or an email again.
Yeah.
And I'll I'll tell you where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
And if we meet up, we meet up.
Yeah, we're changing Monday from the restaurant up the top.
Sorry?
You're changing from Monday from the restaurant?
No, that's staying. We're actually going next Monday. I'm just going to make up top, yeah. So we're up top. So you're going to come round to there, it's fine?
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Let's see.
And we'll have a look at that. If you're here on the island, go to timothydowd.com and click the Meet Up Monday button, and that'll tell you all about where we're going to meet next Monday. And don't forget, we go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:55, and I'm going to start walking again next week. I promise. I promise. And my dental stuff's gone and everything's gone. My daughter's coming over the week after. I don't know what we're going to do for Christmas, YouTube-wise, but Christmas is falling not on the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So I think we're going to keep it. On the Christmas Eve, we might pop on for a little minute with my daughter and granddaughter to sing Happy Christmas to everybody. And then we're going to have a German Christmas Eve. So we will be going live from home on Christmas Eve, just to say hi to you guys. 5:55 till about, I don't know, half an hour, let's say. And wish you all happy, and then we'll sing Silent Night in German for you, and then you can go off and do what you want to do. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The meet-up Monday after Christmas will probably fail, but we'll wait and see how many people are over here. There might be some people here, so don't forget, if you want to come to meet-up Monday, please do contact me, because if nobody contacts me, then we'll probably won't go. So I'm going to cut you off now, Cliff, and go solo, because I want to tell the guys that Google thinks you might like this one next. And if you want to support the channel, you can go right here. And if here is the place to subscribe for free. For free. I was looking at myself. You noticed that? I was looking at myself. I was doing a Rick. Looking at myself. Oh, Rick, if you're still on, I really like that thing you did. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen,